What style is that? What's it called? It's my own secret technique.
Hello, it's Tom here from Traxler Music, and welcome to the final part of the Prodigy Need Someone remix. Don't forget that if you want the project files for Fruity Loops 20, they're in the description. There's a link there that includes the project and all the samples. So if you remember in the last episode, we looked at the chorus. After the chorus now we're going into a bit of a break and a drop and then the final breakdown of the song. So what we'll do in this episode as well is look at the mixer and how I've got all the effects set up. So if we just dive straight into it, after the chorus we go sort of back to the beginning of the track and we have this rising intro. And then we just have the Kylie Minogue beat coming in, Kylie Minogue sample. And it goes from that. We add in a bit of the synthesizer, mixed up a bit. But it's still like that chugging along kind of rocky beat. And we get a bit of a break beat. Vocals are broken up a bit, and we've got the rolling toms back in there. And we've got this high rising synth. It drops back, kicks back in. So what I've got when this sort of verse comes back in is the synthesizer is broken up and mixed up a bit. Simply all we're doing is just dragging and moving the synth line about so it breaks it up a bit. Let's just undo that. We've got the synthesizer siren sound, and then the if we zoom into the vocals there, you can see I've took the vocal sample and again just dragged it on the timeline just to make something interesting. So if we, like a stutter, almost like a delay effect, but it's not a delay effect. Then it sort of kicks into the main song again. And then we're sort of bringing things in and bringing things out just to prepare us for the end of the track. And the final breakdown. We just brought it to a nice conclusion there at the end. So with the track, that's it in its entirety. Once you've got a verse, a chorus and a break, there's not much more really I wanted to add to that. Just keep it nice and simple. With the mixer, if I bring the mixer up, I've sort of done this the lazy way. Well, it's not really the lazy way because there's no right and wrong way to do music. There's a few simple rules to follow, but as long as it sounds good, there are no rules. I've got my channel rack, just minimize the mixer, and as you can see on the channel rack, certain lines have got certain assigned to certain channels on the mixer. So you can sort of, let's just kill that. These two for the lead samples are assigned to mixer channel 3. If we look at mixer channel 3, that is just a low cut panoramic EQ, just to cut out the low frequencies, if I can bring that up. So as you can see, channel 3 on the mixer is to cut the low frequencies on some of the channels or some of the samples or sounds. You can see that's the channel that's responsible for cutting some of the low frequencies that we don't need. And then if we look at the channel rack, you can see there's a fair few sounds that have got that effect on. So we've got that one as well. Okay, so the chain with this, the audio processing on this, is that the sound will come from your channel rack, then it will go directly to your mixer with those effects applied to it, and it will go directly to your master. What you should technically do is have that sound applied to a channel on your mixer, and then we would side chain that sound to, say, an insert effect here. So this would be side chain channel 3, which would have your like synthesizer sample on it, to this insert effect with your filter on it. Actually, let's give it a go now. So if we have channel 3 selected, and then we side chain it to this track, and then if we go to the send and return, that then needs to go to the master, which it does. So the low cut, oops, actually, let's put no effects on there, and then we know we've got the reverb on that channel, so this should that's dry, and that's with reverb. So let's do a kick, because we'll be able to hear the reverb a bit better. Okay, so let's put that on channel 3. You can see the reverb. If we want to take away a bit of reverb, see there's less reverb now on that effect, and then there's more reverb. So we're sort of using channel 11, which has got the effect on, and channel 3, which has got the original sound on, to sort of send and return the effect. So we can control the effect a little bit more, but you have to have the sound, audio chain, going to your master, and then going to your insert effect. So you can turn up or down the amount of effect that's applied to it. And the benefit here as well of not having it directly on the sound directly on the channel, but side chained like a send and return effect, is that if I just make this compact, no, hold on, extra large, oh, it's because I've got to pull this down. You can add stereo separation to the effects. It's a little bit hard to hear it on the reverb. What you can also do is pan your effect as well. Again, it's hard to tell on the reverb. But the benefit of obviously side chaining or routing your effects through like a send and return is you've got a lot more control here on this channel than you have here. What you also can do is, again, another quick EQ on your channel. So these sort of represent the knobs you'd have on your mixer channel. So these knobs usually on a mixer channel are sort of somewhere here. So there's a lot of controls that you can use to tinker with the effects. But if you check out my channel, there is videos explaining how to set up your mixer properly, how to name all these and colour them, and get a really sort of getting to close to a professional setup, or as close to a recording studio as is possible, sitting at home with a laptop. Okay, so that basically concludes the tutorial, the final part of the Need Someone remix. As you can see, this is the entire project. It's all in the description, the project and all the samples. I am challenging myself to remix every track on the album this year, so stay posted and subscribe to find out what the next remix will be. Thank you for watching.